All right. So today, Thursday, March 17th, 8 o'clock, 8:25. Goddamn, time flies. Woke up around 7. Today, got on the computer a little bit earlier than normal. Didn't play the piano. Haven't worked out yet. So pretty caught up. Now when I get back from the gym, I'm just gotta do like the stuff that take time to actually do. So for the gym, it's windy outside. I don't want to run and I'm sore, but I do want to keep it up. I don't know if I enjoy it or not, but I do want to keep it up. For the gym, I think it's a back day. I thought it was push, but I think I haven't done back. And I have it written down in my app, but I'm not gonna check it. So what I'll do, I'll probably do lat pull down, cable rows. I'll do these flat, straight bar flat arm pulls down. I really like those. I'll probably do some standing cable rows. I'll do some curls for sure. Maybe I'll do some rope curls, and then I'll do maybe some pull-ups. And then I should do some dumbbell rows, but I'm probably not. So back is, I don't know, back is like one of those that you gotta do. I feel like you gotta do a lot of stuff, especially at this apartment gym that we have, because there's not like heavy movement machines. There's just a lot of accessory style machines, kind of. Minus the lat pull down and the cable rows. But it's great. So I just realized, like, now that I'm working from home, I pretty much don't need to leave this little area. Like, this is my office. I can walk to the apartment gym. I walk to Kroger's to get groceries. There's a Total Wine right here if I, wanted to get alcohol and stuff. Target is right here too. Target is pretty good because they have a good mix of stuff. It's kind of like Best Buy. Like, you can get all the electronic stuff. I can just walk over there and get. There's a PetSmart for pet supplies, even though you can get that at Kroger or Target. There's a couple food places really close. They're not the best. Yeah, Taco Bell, McDonald's, yeah, they're not good. Pan Express, Chick-fil-A, frequent that place pretty often, probably like once a week. There's a Jimmy John's, but that's not close. It's close, but it's not that close, not to walk to. And then there's a freaking Great American Cookies. So we go to that one quite a bit if we choose to have dessert. So yeah, that's the plan. I don't know if I can take this camera to the gym. I feel kind of weird. Maybe nobody will be there because it's 8:30. Let's do that. We are back. Wow, look at the mirror in the back. 9:30. There was people there. Not a lot. Maybe like 4 people. So I don't want to put this up and then people feel odd. If it was like empty, then I'll do it one day, one of these days. Anyways, it is a little bit of a different morning. It's 9:30, so I finished a little bit earlier because I did 20 minutes of cardio, but not like cardio. I'm drinking a Topo Chico instead of the Gatorade. And instead of having 3 eggs and sausage, we ran out of eggs yesterday. So we have these leftovers from like Tuesday. It's just ground turkey, rice, and onions. And I'm gonna put some cheese with tortillas. So I'll make it like a little mini tacos for breakfast. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh god. Puta madre. Anyways, and there it is. This is the meal. Breakfast today. Not bad. I mean, it's just ground turkey. I mean, it's not the best, but it's not the worst. But it's what we got, you know? Alright, so now it's 11:20. Okay, so let me back up here. I posted my first long video, kind of like vlog style, of my day yesterday for Wednesday, March 16th. And I noticed a lot of things already. So number one, what I noticed is I start every video by going, all right. So I'm gonna work on that. The other thing I noticed is that I do the same angle too much. So even though hours and hours have passed between each take or whatever, you really can't tell. So I should probably do different angles or wear a different shirt or put something to make it seem different. I could do timestamps, but I really don't want to sit there and like timestamp everything. I guess I could do maybe like a phone thing, like it's 11:22 or whatever. Like, like this. Let's that's not too bad, an idea. So I noticed that. The other thing I noticed is the food thing takes way too long. Like I should just make them like a 15-second thing, because there's no real value in that. I don't think, like, I could talk about it and I could show it, but it's like, that's not really why I would want people to watch these videos. Why I would want people to watch these videos is to see what it's like to build websites and run digital marketing campaigns, as well as I don't know, hopefully it's helpful to client, because like, for instance, right now, I'll do it now, what I want to do, it's helpful to clients and people who like are in the same situation, whether you are the person setting up the ads or the person who has ads running for them, or you're running your own ads. Let's rephrase that. It's helpful. So I'm going to talk about Google Ads right now. This could be helpful to someone who's in that industry, whether they are the business, whether they are a person running the ads for the business as a, you know, like they hired an agency to do that, or as a person who works in the company running the ads, right? So it's not an agency, it's internally done, whether it's by the owner themselves or by somebody they hire, but it's in-house. So that's kind of the idea. So, anyways, text, right? Anyways, oh yeah, so what I'm going to talk about is Google Ads. So I have an account that I mentioned the other day that is for a cash home buying business. What they do is people who are behind on their payments, who need or people who need cash fast, who need to get rid of their homes, who are going to get foreclosed on. It's a bad situation. Or they have a home that they don't want to repair and rebuild to sell. They just want to get rid of the home. You know, it could be they inherited the home and it's like beat up and they just want money for it. They don't really care about it. They want to sell it. So that's what that company does. And I set up the Google Ads for them, and they have been going pretty bad. Like, they've been going bad for what currently we have. So currently we have a small budget of $500 a month. We specifically are only working in Houston and greater Houston area, so let's call it 50 miles around Houston. We've done both Spanish and English campaigns, but the biggest problem is, since we only want people to find us who say, sell home as is, sell home fast, I want to sell my home fast as is, no repairs, things like that, like those type of keywords, even though they're in there now, like we found the right keywords, I feel like, they're really not getting any not even impressions. So let me open up the account real quick. And the impressions that we are getting are for the phrase match, which if you know, it's like a little bit more, it's not as restrictive. And so what ends up happening is, the keywords that come in aren't very good. So like an overall general overview for the, so let's call it March 1st, it's when it started. So it's been 2 weeks, about 2 weeks. It's loading. We have spent $300. There's been 64 clicks. There's been 979 impressions. The click-through rate's high, 6% and 5%. Average cost per click is between $4 and $8, let's call it. And yeah, that's what's happened. So I've already paused the Spanish, and I'm focusing specifically on English with you know, $15 a day. But here's what I've noticed. Because we haven't had good quality clicks, because we haven't had even that good of impressions, when I look at the search term report, like all of this data is coming from bad clicks and bad impressions. So it's not, it's watered down. It's not real. Okay, so I paused all the keywords that aren't exactly what we're looking for. So let me tell you what we have right now. Sell a house fast Houston. Sell my house fast. Cash offer on house. Sell my house for cash Houston. These are all exact match. Selling a house that needs repairs. Sell my house fast Houston. Sell my house fast Texas. Selling property as is. Sell house fast. Sell my flat. This is not good. Pause that one. So really it's like specifically people selling their house fast in Houston. And in all of those, the total amount of impressions been 39. No, one click for those specific keywords. So what that tells me is that number one, we probably aren't bidding high enough because you got big companies that are bidding the appropriate amount. Like if we're spending $15, I think, you know, our max, if I even had it set, which I don't think would have been 15, but it's probably at $5. So one, we would need obviously a bigger budget. That's always easier, you know, you can always say that for anything. But secondly, the impressions themselves are very low. So in the last 17 days, there's only been 38.9 impressions for those. So like, you're not really getting people actively looking for it. 39, you know, if it was 39 a day or maybe every 2 days, that'd be good. But this is for the last, you know, actually, with the changes, it's since March 1st. So they've been running. So what that tells me is there's not that many impressions. There's a lot of competitors, and it's going to be a lot more costly to try and get these clicks on here. On top of that, we don't run their website. They have their own website, and as far as the quality score, it's very low on some of these keywords. So not only are we have all those things against us, but it's low quality score probably from, you know, everything, the bid, the landing page, probably the ad too. Although, you know, we've done what we can, saying what we are, what we do, or what they do and all that. And it's not going very well. So what I'm gonna do is, honestly, I'm gonna say, hey, look, to me, this isn't worth it. With the current thing we're running, I don't see how we're gonna turn this around. Like, I really don't. Just to be straight up, I don't see how we're gonna turn this campaign around. So what I'm gonna offer is, instead of doing this, let's stop this. We didn't even, you know, $300 stuff, $200 that's. Let's go ahead and pause it, and let's move to Facebook and see how that does. Even though they've run Facebook before, but it was 2 years ago. And honestly, personally, I don't like Facebook, but it is a better way to get awareness. So like, if you want, you know, if we at the very least could show it to homeowners, we could do that. But to show it to homeowners who want to sell their home fast, like, that's gonna be hard. So it's more of a commercial. It's more of a broadcast to see if we catch anything. But at this point, I'm gonna stop this campaign, or you know, I can say, hey, we can do it another month, but I don't see an improvement. They might want to keep it going. But my professional opinion is, let's stop it. Let's go to Facebook. Let's see what that does. If not, we can look at other options. But honestly, I don't see why those would be any better. Facebook/Instagram. When I say Facebook, that's both. And then, you know, lastly, if it's just like, hey, let's just stop the campaigns, they're gonna go a different route, then that's perfectly fine, because I don't see how this will work. Not with the budget, not with the impressions we're getting. And then in Houston, I'm sure all of America, like, the housing market is like absolutely crazy. So even then, right, like, even if you got a lead, like, the market's like super hot, so people are selling homes for, like, I don't know how much percentage more of the value. So it's tough. It's super tough. And that's what I want these videos to be about. So yeah, learning as I go. We'll see what's next. 1:55. The day has gone to complete malarkey. Okay, so normally problems happen during, they don't happen that often, to be honest. They do not happen that often. Sometimes they'll happen and they'll like be a while till you fix it, 2-3 days, maybe a week. But today I had 3 problems, like annoying problems that wasn't really aware of, come in. So yesterday I said, hey, this lady texted me about an old website. I'm trying to figure that out. I can't figure it out. I had to contact support to see what the problem is. To get specific, it's a website for wholesale customers. When wholesale customers have certain quantities, they get certain discounts. So if they have 12, they pay X amount. If they have 20, they pay X amount. So the more they buy, the less they pay. For some reason, whenever a client, whenever someone adds a quantity to their cart, when they view their cart, it applies. When they go to check out, it doesn't apply. Therefore, it doesn't actually work. It just looks like it works, and then once you get to the payment part, you can't do it. So I emailed plugin support because I don't know. I can't solve it. I spent probably 2-3 hours on it between yesterday and today. So there's that. The second thing is kind of like a super out of nowhere thing is I helped assist building a lot of these websites for home services. And it's about 40 different websites, and this was a white label type thing. Not even, it was more like me helping out as an individual. And their client is asking to check to make sure that all the form submissions are working. And it's like 40, it's a lot. So we divvy it up, and we're doing 20 of them. You have to log into the WordPress, go to the form, check, each site on average has 3 to 4 forms. Make sure that when you submit it, it's showing up as an entry, and making sure that the emails that are on there are the correct ones. So I don't know that part. So what I'm doing is I'm just making a big list about it, and then I'll test it to see if it's sending. But if the emails are incorrect, then it doesn't matter, because emails can send all day long, but if they're going to the wrong place, no one's gonna get to them. So that's problem number 2. Problem number 3, which also was a call yesterday that I did mention, is a client's email is not working. They created 3 emails, they send them, they don't receive. They send and don't receive, so it's like, what's going on? And I tried to start fixing that, but the login information to get into where the emails were created have been changed. Probably by the client, because I didn't change them. And I can't even begin to start fixing that. So that's pretty like annoying work. Like and those things you don't even get paid for. And then I got an email about we got a logo incorrect, like the instructions we got backwards. So that's very small, not a big deal. But yeah, it's all kind of like, this is all like the way we charge project based, right? We charge per project. So like sometimes these projects take a side turn, and it's like there's additional work, but there's no money in it. Which is just like things getting out of scope, which happens. So all this stuff I'm doing today, except one, so it's actually fine. It's almost like just kind of doing it, and that's the good and bad thing about project-based work, is that sometimes you get it right, sometimes you get it wrong. It's just kind of part of the gig, right? Part of the game. And with that being said, I'm gonna finish the sandwich and then keep checking these forms. 3:49 now. Here you can see on my fake phone because it's charging. It's time to move to the Xbox and play some games. So 3:50, that's pretty, 10, 11, well, I actually started a little earlier, but whatever. 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 6 hours. I still have to figure out those 3 problems. I'm almost done with one of them. I need like 5 more sites to look through, so that'll get done. The email problem, I still haven't received anything about how to log in to check, so waiting on that. And then no response for the discount wholesale problem. But those are on my mind. Also, it's St. Patrick's Day. I don't know if we're gonna do anything or not. Doubt it. But just, a thought. And yeah.